Greetings and welcome back to my channel, World War II Books Where to Start. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a book and a movie, just a short take. Just to combine the mediums there, and for those who like to corroborate the reading with a movie, or vice versa, I got a pairing here for you. We're going to go serious stuff, and we're going to go to 2001 for the film with Conspiracy. Starring Kenneth Branagh, Stanley Tucci, and Colin Firth. And he's actually pretty good in this one. He was recently in Operation Mincemeat, which I just thought he just mailed that one in. But anyway, back in 2001, this is pretty good. Kind of surprising HBO tackled this one. It's a weird topic for an HBO film. And if you're looking for slam bang action, you're going to have to look elsewhere. There is zero here. And the most exciting they do is light a cigar or maybe close a door loudly. So, being an actor's movie, it's all dialogue and camera shots, cuts. And this is about the Wannsee meeting and January 42, in which Reinhard Heydrich, head of the RSHA and the SS organization, which is the policing unit of Nazi Germany, gathers all the functional heads of the bureaucracy together in Nazi Germany in one place at one time to tell them the police organization basically has taken over all matters of Jewish policy. And henceforth, it will be a police/military operation only, and y'all are just along for the ride. So we got about 12 department heads of various bureaucracies within the Third Reich that all had their finger in the pie, and they're getting those fingers chopped off basically and said, you know, you're just going to coordinate with us and do what we tell you, and you're going to like it. This is the Führer's will and Goering's, and if you've got problems, too bad. This is policy now. So over the course of 90 minutes, that doesn't sound like too much excitement. But if you're into the Third Reich and you want to know kind of like the streamlined, narrow, how did they get to this decision for full-bore, all-out slaughter, this would be the culminating point. While it's not a go-ahead order per se, historians still trying to find one of those actual go-ahead orders from Hitler to do it. This is kind of one of the focal points where historians kind of agree this is a crucial moment for deciding to proceed with the Holocaust. Following this, you'll have the full-scale extermination camps constructed in Poland, going into Operation Spring of Summer 42. So, I think Stanley Tucci is great as Eichmann. He's just a mealy-mouthed little subordinate, just kissing ass to Heydrich, but behind the scenes just ordering everybody else around, does it perfectly. Branagh is very charming as Heydrich, takes complete control of the meeting, and kind of puts everyone in their place, gently, politely, and with cordialness. But you know who's the boss. And then Colin Firth is one of the big wigs in the party apparatus, or state secretary, who came up. He was playing the guy Stuckart, who came up with the Nuremberg laws in '35, and he thought he was kind of master German Jewish policy, and he found out he was wrong here. So it's pretty good if you can handle dialogue movies. So and it's gonna maybe leave some questions though, because there's a little bit of background, but the dialogue is spoken swiftly, and it's not dumbed down. And bang, 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 bang. They're going around the table. You may be confused who's what and what's who, and what their responsibilities are and why they're there. So, if that's the case, and you want to know more, before you get to this, The Villa, the Lake, the Meeting by Mark Roseman from '03, to the tune of just 118 pages, main body of text. You'll see it's a slim one. You can take it down in 2 or 3 sessions. But I advise reading carefully because it's pretty dense in that limited amount of space of time, and he's a professional. He's really scholarly, really cutting, I wouldn't say dry, it does read fairly well, but it's very precise, and you have to follow the back and forth with policy decisions and the policy drift towards this and that more radical action as we ramp up to full-scale genocide, culminating in the meeting at Wannsee, which a few copies of the protocol were preserved and discovered after the war for the Nuremberg trials. And so the participants that survived the war had initially denied ever having been to this meeting, of course, but when the protocol was thrust in their face, they said, oh yeah, I might remember that sort of, kind of. That's a dim memory now. And Eichmann had to go on about it on the witness stand in '62 in Jerusalem. So you'll notice, just a real quick aside here, instead of throwing a swastika on the cover like so many Third Reich books do as standard coding, they kind of get subtle here. They go red, white, and black for the title, to do the colors of the Nazi flag in Nazi Germany instead of using the swastika. I thought that was a nice little subtle touch. This is a particular trade paperback. It's put out by Penguin Books, by the way. So you have the full text of the protocol at the very end of the book. For a summation of what was discussed, there is no verbatim transcript made if there was one that was destroyed. And this will correspond very nicely with the movie. Not for everyone. This is, again, there's no action here. This is just about policy and the Wannsee meeting itself. But if that's up your alley and you're interested, I think it's a good 1-2 punch to kind of nail this particular moment down in history. So that's Short Takes. Take 1. The Villa, The Lake, The Meeting by Mark Roseman, and Conspiracy, an HBO film of all things, starring Reinhard Heydrich and Colin Firth. Until next time, happy reading, happy viewing. We'll come back again and do it again.